Welcome back to Legacy of Leaders. I'm your co-host, Suzie Becker, here with Alex Kelson. And we're here today with Ahmed Aedan of First Citizens Bank. Welcome, Ahmed.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
The pleasure is all ours. And we're going to talk about mentorship. There's two types of mentorship. There's vertical, people who are smarter and more experienced than you. And then there's horizontal mentorship, people that are peers that can check in with you. So talk to me about your experiences in the mentorship realm.
Absolutely. So I'd have to start back in UNF. So when I was there, I kind of had the pleasure of having some pretty awesome professors.
Ooh.
And they really helped me kind of understand what I want to do, right? A lot of us come into college, we're trying to figure out what we want to do. And I was one of them. And somewhere along the line, I figured I kind of want to do something in business. Don't really know what it is. The options were finance and accounting and maybe transportation logistics. And I was like, I definitely don't want to do accounting. So finance was left. And it was probably one of the best choices I've made because I've met some pretty awesome people along the way. And one of the mentors for me was Dr. Lamb. So Dr. Lamb is just a phenomenal person. I mean, if you ever have the pleasure of meeting him, I mean, he really made me understand like the importance of finance, right? Because a lot of times when you go through college, you kind of get the technical aspect. You understand that kind of thing.
Yeah, like a macro perspective of how the processes work.
Right. But he actually got us to appreciate the importance of it, right? Why does it matter? How does it impact, right? He had people from actual community come in and lecture to us in the class telling us how their business works, what they're doing, right? How is finance actually important to the world?
The personal angle of how money translates into humanity and citizenship.
Right, and it kind of fosters in you like this sense of like, I want to learn more, right? And that's really what, to me, a mentor isn't someone who tells you, hey, this is what you need to know. A mentor is more of someone like, this is what I know, right? And you can take it and kind of go with it, right?
They sort of help you discover yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I had a similar relationship with the same person, Dr. Reinhold Lamb. I call him Reiny.
Yeah.
But he's a great person, and I think to piggyback on what Ahmed was talking about is he helped me, one, not only understand the practicality of finance and the aspects you're talking about, but two, he gave me what I think was critical was validation of myself. Because as a student, you're just always wondering, guessing, what do I really know? Is it useful? Is it on track? And you have no practical experience yet. Yeah. And he gave us the exposure and sort of the you can do this type of perspective that for me really launched my career. So great person.
How fantastic. And did you guys meet there?
We met during a project, I believe, that I was doing for another professor, Dr. Schnuzenberg, who's also awesome.
This UNF is really hot to trot.
Their finance department is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately. And I was even a teaching assistant for Dr. Schnuzenberg. And through him, essentially took this class in financial modeling. And he had an awesome project, right? You had to go through two companies, and you had to work with them, right? Actual businesses here in Jacksonville.
Wow.
And do a project with them. Right, and that's where I had the pleasure of meeting Alex.
That's where Heritage came in.
Yeah.
And so I went through UNF probably 7 or 8 years before Ahmed did, and maintained the connection with those people, those mentors we were discussing.
In that department.
And just maintained that throughout the years. And so I've guest lectured, I've worked on projects, I've done everything that I can to stay connected with those people because I feel like, they really helped me get to where I am. And giving back the same sort of opportunities to people going through the program, I think is just a way of saying thanks and showing appreciation.
So just to distill the points, you were mentored and then you became a mentor. And now, Ahmed, who are you mentoring?
For me, it's like, I look at it in a way where I can be of impact, right? And so for me, I've been sort of an introvert throughout my life. And recently, on a personal side, recently got married, had
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Mabruk.
So to me, my wife is a very outgoing person. And through her, I've been able to kind of just how you say, spread your wings a little bit, right? And just, to me, it's just being and interacting with people. So now I'm a little bit more comfortable just going out, talking to people, you know, just providing kind of my side of things, right? And, you know, while I don't per se would say I'd have anything formal, right, in terms of mentoring somebody, to me it's who do you interact with on a daily basis, right? And who do you have an impact on, right, in their lives, right? And so for me, it's family, it's friends, it's coworkers, right? We interact with them every single day.
Yeah.
And to me, that's even more important than I think even the formal kind of mentor-mentee relationship is just being your best self when you are interacting with the people in your daily life.
That's unbelievable. So to recap, we started off talking about the vertical mentorship, and that's led you to come out of your shell to provide the horizontal mentorship in your family, in your community, and in our city.
Right.
Thank you so much, Ahmed.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you for taking the time with us today, Ahmed. And thank you for joining us on Legacy of Leaders. If you'd like to learn more about Ahmed and what he does at First Citizens Bank, visit iwantabuzz.com. Thank you.